For the Page Pirates. Evan coming in. Evan, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
All going well?
Yes, sir.
How about those injuries yet? You had a little injury earlier during the game. Did you get through all that?
I did. I got a concussion, took the right protocols, and I'm good straight now.
How long did it take you to get back?
About maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Fully, after that night, it was on a Monday night. I didn't play that whole week, so I didn't get to play against, I'm pretty sure that was Northwest and Grimsley. And then the next week.
So you missed 2 games?
Yeah.
Missed the Grimsley game.
I did.
How did that build up inside of you there? That had to be tough.
It wasn't. I mean, it was heartbreaking knowing that I couldn't play Grimsley and that being like our biggest rivals. But I mean, I accepted it, and I knew that I had to take the right protocols and all this other stuff to make sure I stayed healthy and everything.
Now, who makes those calls? The trainer, I'm sure, right?
Yes, Lindsay, our trainer.
What kind of test did you go through? Do you know?
I don't know if there's a specific name for it, but I went in, had to do a bunch of memorization on the night of it, and I completely failed. I couldn't do anything. And then I had to do the same test, and then later in the week when I was trying to come back, I had to do a bunch of running exercises and a bunch of other exercises to make sure my head didn't hurt when I was
So you missed the Northwest game and the Grimsley game?
And High Point Central.
Missed 3 games?
Well, I didn't really miss the Northwest game. It was happened during.
It happened in that game.
So it was like, I think it was like into the third quarter.
Happened in that Monday night game and carried over.
It carried over to the full. I had to do a full week before I could do anything.
Gotcha.
But we had 2 games that week, which was Northwest and I'm pretty sure Grimsley.
Well, how about the Ragsdale game? You were busy in that game.
Yes, that was a good game for me, I believe.
What do you think about your team? Do you see yourself, ask your teammates this, do you see your team as a 6-5 team or a 9-2 team?
Not definitely a 9-2 team. I don't believe any of the stuff that's happened defines who we are as a team. What we did at the beginning of the season really shows who we are, as what we did against Dudley, Northern, and I can't remember else who we had to give up the win
Davie
to.
County.
Davie County, that's right. I feel like we played really good games, all 3 of those games, and if you really look at the film, I mean, obviously we beat them. So I mean, it really shows who we are.
How do you see yourself now as the 0-0 team getting ready to go to the playoffs? I mean, this is a whole new season for you now.
I see us as a pretty good contender. We got the first round bye, so we're pretty well rested, and I feel like with our coaching staff and everything, we taking really good precautions and prepping ourselves for the games coming up.
To get you where you are now, who was the toughest competition in the Metro this year for you guys? You
Metro?
think? Yeah, because you went 4-0, swept the conference
right.
again.
I'd have to say, to be honest, Northwest and Grimsley are pretty top 2. I mean, even though I didn't play Grimsley, but watching the game and everything, it was kind of, I wouldn't say a struggle, but they did test us a little bit. I mean, we're usually used to beating Grimsley pretty bad.
Maybe in the 50s, this time in the 20s, yeah.
Yeah, 21-7 if I remember.
That's right.
So they did up, and then with Northwest, their quarterback, I mean, the scoreboard might say something different, but their quarterback was scrambling a lot, and that was a little bit tougher. We don't really like the scrambling with quarterbacks.
It's pretty gritty. Had a lot of heart, Johnny Pagano.
Yes.
Johnny. Baseball. Will you be playing baseball this year?
I will.
Yeah. What position again?
I'm gonna try for infield. Either not first, second or short. I mean, I don't have a preference over either one. Just playing the sport is what I like to do.
Yeah, I talked to Rob Dalton about this, the Grimsley defensive back and wide receiver. He was in that game last year when you guys played Grimsley, 1-0 playoffs. What about that game back in the day, huh?
That was tough. Again, in the playoffs, it being Grimsley and our rivals and basically everything, it hurt. But that was a really good game.
Well, at least you can see one of the greatest games ever played in this town, without a doubt.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I know at the beginning of the game, we had a chance to put up a score and kind of lost it. And then at the end of the game, it was just tough. I mean, they have a really nice pitching core.
Yeah, C.J. Neese,
yes,
little powerhouse that finished the game too.
They're pretty tough when it comes to hitting against them.
You guys had a heck of a pitcher too, though. He's
Oh,
back
no,
this year
Jake,
for you.
Yes, Jake's really good with pitching, and I'm happy that he's back. And hopefully he stays healthy because we're going to need him.
That's a key. Would you like a crack at a team like Southeast? They're 10-1. You guys are 9-2 on the field, 6-5 otherwise. That's one of the other teams in the county you guys haven't faced. I asked the teammates the same question about that. What about playing a team like Southeast? What happened now? It's all kind of hypothetical. What about that situation? You heard about them. What about it?
I mean, I know they're a really good team, and we played them in the past. And I mean, the past we've won, but that doesn't really matter. We always got to go out and show our best. But I know that they're a really good team coming out of Guilford County. I think, as page player, we could beat them, but definitely gonna have to do a little bit of research and watching film and all that good stuff to really beat them.
Let's get to the meat of the order right now. You got the playoffs coming up. To have success in the playoffs, what's your page team got to do?
Definitely stay focused, one game at a time. Definitely keep our head in it and can't get frustrated with ourselves if we make a mistake or anything. Got to stay focused on our main goal, which is winning each game, one game at a time.
What about this week? You don't know who you're going to play next. So who are you practicing for now? The guys said Reynolds or Porter Ridge may be the winner of that game. Is that kind of what you're looking at this week?
Yeah. I mean, we take a look at both films, but mostly Porter Ridge just because of seeding and just what we know. But definitely looking at both films, really writing up on the chalkboard, whiteboard, just the plays, going through each individual assignment, especially on the option plays that Porter Ridge runs. Really got to focus on that.
Evan with us tonight, Evan Gill, Page High School number 5 for the Pirates. Football in focus, Kickback Jacks for Thursday night. Playoffs underway. What about tomorrow night? What do you do tomorrow night? Just take the night off and forget about it? What do you do?
No, definitely not. Forget about it. Definitely getting ready for the film and everything else coming out. But tomorrow night, I'm gonna probably keep in touch with my coach, my defense coordinator, mostly see how the game's going, check in with the score. Definitely.
So you'll be tracking the game while it's happening. Then.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
Good.
Definitely talk to him about it, and then prepare for whoever wins on Monday. Get right back at it.
What's this week of practice been like? Have you guys been indoors all week long?
Mostly, yes. I'm not trying to create any injuries that are unneeded, especially with the weather and the field conditions being pretty bad.
You haven't got outside any at all this week?
No, sir.
Wow.
But inside it's a bunch of mental, going over blitz packages, going over offense doing their thing on their side of the ball, but definitely like blitz packages, coverages, different options with
a lot of work in the auxiliary gym this week then.
Oh, yes.
Is that where you guys have been all week long?
That and the main gym.
Get the main gym a little bit too? Even with the basketball practice, you guys got it something?
Well, especially with the morning practices that we do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
What time do those start?
6 o'clock. We got to be there. Well, the locker room opens up at 5:30.
So you're at school 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
5:30 to 3:55.
I thought with 3:55 hits you guys on those days. You're out of there that day, gone. Probably.
Oh, definitely. Not gonna lie, I like to talk to some of the people.
Hang out a little bit
in the
Let
parking
the day
lot.
wind down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
What's it like going to class after practice before school though? You still wind up going to class that day if you've worked out hard that morning?
Yeah, I always have to. School comes first when it's for me, and knowing that you have practice in the morning doesn't really change anything. I get a good night's sleep, try and do my homework before, so I don't have to worry about it in the morning. But definitely get up and just have to do
It's
it
kind
like
of a good thing too, because I think a lot of colleges do that these days. Morning practices, they go that route. What about for you? Would you like to get your hands on East Forsyth again one more time against East Forsyth Eagles?
I would. To me, I don't think we definitely didn't play our best that game, and we all know it. There's no excuses.
So that's
for
like
it.
an ongoing theme through the entire team, then.
Yeah,
Ongoing thread.
Yeah, we definitely really want to beat them.
What do you remember about that game? What do you remember about that team? Because some teams like that, I can't forget the Lyles kid, can't forget the big back, can't forget the little back. Those guys, the receivers, I forget some, but that one guy. I remember one receiver was pretty wide open, but those key players, Lyles, the quarterback especially, and he's like public enemy number 1.
Yeah, especially I
think that receiver is Crowell. Remember Crowell, the receivers? Yeah.
But we really got to stay focused when it comes to just keeping, especially as being a DB, we got to stay in our zones and everything, and that really did hurt us a lot. And we've been working on that, especially with scramble drills, because that killed us a lot. When he would get outside the pocket, either somebody might come up and have somebody open, or we're not sticking to a man, and that leaves the one guy wide
your
open.
players go get him, rip his arm off, not directly, but trying to work as hard as can to get to him.
Oh, definitely.
And trying to find it when he starts to break out of the pocket for sure. So that could be. You think about that from a coach's standpoint. That could almost be like us. We got Winter, Porter Ridge, Reynolds first round, somebody else second round. I think Eastern Side maybe by the third or fourth round.
Well, yeah, I think it would.
So
be.
Eastern Side almost is like a reward. You play your butt off those first couple of games. You play hard. Your reward is Eastern Side again.
a second chance.
It's not like, hey, we don't play. We want to play. That'd
Oh,
be
no,
a
we
reward to get those
definitely
guys again.
No, we want them because we really want to get our revenge.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you want to beat the top team?
Oh, definitely.
Beat the top team. And maybe get somebody else down. It won't be Wake Forest this year. Mallard Creek, those guys are all gone other division. But down the road, another 4A team. Other questions for Evan Gill with us. Kickback Jacks, Football in Focus, Big Thursday. What's the most enjoyable game you had this year? The one thing I love that game. I'll never forget that game. I love that game.
I like playing every game, but the ones that really stick out to me, definitely, even though I didn't play, the Grimsley game. And the reason being is being on the sideline, and knowing it's Grimsley, I was really involved.
You were into it.
I was so into it, and just cheering on my teammates, making sure that we would beat them and make it my fourth year beating them. And it's just keeping it in, like, just
So you got that when you're 100 years old, you'll be 100 and say,
oh, yeah.
Grimsley never beat us.
And I will be very proud.
College football. You look to play college football or college baseball? What about your college education?
Oh, definitely college education. But sports, I mean, if it happens, it happens. It's something to look forward to, but if nothing ever comes, I'm not going to be disappointed with myself. I enjoyed what I had in high school, but I plan on going to ECU for school because of their medical program. As of right now, I'm taking some steps to be a CNA, a certified nursing assistant, and I plan on doing the classes, take that, and then going to ECU with that and getting to the medical program and the nursing program.
CNA, certified nurses assistant. Not bad. That's a field I'm sure there's a demand for.
Yeah, definitely. I think medical field, you'll never run out of demand for that.
What about, you got a favorite ACC football team?
Football team? Oh, the Hurricanes, Miami.
Oh, yeah.
That's just...
Wow, I thought you were going to say hockey for a second, but just
Oh, no.
The Miami Hurricanes football team, like those
Oh,
guys.
yeah. I don't know. It's just something about them that's just,
They used to have the swagger. I'm not sure they still have it or not, but they used to have the swagger, yeah.
I mean, I really wouldn't know much about it, but just from what I've seen and heard, and then just, I guess, watching games and stuff.
What about the coach, Mark Rick? You follow him at all any?
Not really.
It's just a team.
It's just a team more. I'm, more just focused on them, and I mean, I hope to see them do good and everything like that.
What about from an NFL standpoint? Got a favorite NFL team?
Oh, the Eagles.
Eagles.
Definitely.
All three of you guys are Eagle fans.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. That's interesting. How'd you become in love with them, follow them?
Well, my dad's from New Jersey, and that's where he's from, and he basically brought it down. Funny thing is, my mom's a Redskin, and I think me and my dad just had that kind of football together kind of bond, and he sort of brought me to the Eagle side, and it's just always been that way.
Maybe before his time, but maybe your dad was back around the Dick Vermeil days, back in the old days.
Yeah, him all the way. I mean, him, everything. I mean, he's always been.
Well, I bet your dad had to be on cloud 9 last year in the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
I mean, he lived his entire life to get a football championship, let alone a Super Bowl victory.
Yeah, I know. He said back when they go the other time, was it?
They went with Vermeil was there back in that, I think.
Right, and then they also went in 2005, right?
Maybe.
Was it 2005 or 2? I think when they played New England again, the first time.
Yeah.
He said that one was kind of tough on him because he was hoping they would have won with Terrell Owens and McNabb and Westbrook and all of them like that.
Gotta love the Eagles, man. Got a favorite player on that team?
As of right now?
Yeah.
I really do like Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
He's a real good player, and I like what he does. And I know he's a big like community type person, but also Chris Long, especially what he did last year.
Big time, yeah.
What he did last year for, with his paycheck and everything, and his game checks, all that. I think that was really special.
What about, you may not know this, maybe you do. What about Nick Foles? Where is he at now? He was quarterback at some
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's still in the Eagles.
So he just took the backup role when Wentz came back healthy.
I think.
Gotcha.
Because he was there at the beginning of the season.
Gotcha.
So I think he's still there.
Now, who's the top teacher at Page?
In my opinion?
Yes.
Ooh, it's tough. I don't want to, say nothing.
Top teacher, maybe your favorite class?
I'd have to say either my nursing fundamentals class, which is for that CNA.
That's a good deal.
Miss Cook, she's just the best.
Are you enjoying that class?
I really do. It's always been a passion of mine to do medical
If you had
field.
like an emergency situation, could you help out a little bit now by what you've learned, you think?
I definitely know how to do CPR and a little bit of first aid, but most of the stuff we learn isn't more of an emergency type of situation, more of a like if I'm taking care of somebody in a nursing home, assisted living. I did go to the hospital though, down at Moses Cone, and we did a little bit of I went to the emergency room and just like shadowed.
Yeah, I bet that's an interesting visit.
Very interesting.
You go on the weekend or during the week?
Week.
Yeah.
Actually, with that class, we go to the hospital, and we were there for I was there for 4 hours in one day, and it was pretty intense.
Saw some interesting stuff.
I did.
What was the worst thing you saw? Any idea?
I didn't really take care of it, but I did see a guy who had injured. I don't know if he injured himself or if it wasn't, but it was a gunshot wound. So that was intense. And then another, I think it was a lady. I couldn't really tell, but I didn't follow it. I overheard it, but the lady had a trauma to her head. It was kind of serious. When I was walking past, they had one of the screens open real quick, trying to help her out. And it was intense, but I think I can handle it.
Let's get back to Page one more time. With Page football, we asked teammates, asked Alex, asked Cam, top player ever come out of Page High School football-wise, you remember?
I remember. Well, I know for a fact James Summers. He was really good. He's been there, and I've gotten to meet him, and I've known him since Cam's older brother was there, Jalen.
Let's give Jalen a shout out tonight. Jalen Gavin,
yeah.
Current Fayetteville State Bronco, top receiver there, doing a great job.
I was gonna say him too, just because he's family.
Yeah, he was tough because that guy, when he played at Page, Jalen Gavin, had that James Gavin mentality. The thing I respect about Jalen, he's on the punt return team.
Yeah.
Punt comes back that way. Never gonna fair catch one.
No.
Take every punt in and try to do something with it.
Yeah.
Never back down.
I remember going to all of his games and I was hoping he would break something. Just a long one. It just was amazing to see.
Tough to watch. And when he was a sophomore, he was back with those seniors that won the state championship.
Oh, yeah.
He was right there with us.
In 2011?
I think that's where Cam gets some of his toughness, but Cam definitely blessed a little bit more size.
Oh, definitely. He does.
Physical nature. I'm with Evan Gill, Page High School. What about tenure? Well, you know we're going to be CNA, right? Mm-hmm. Certified Nurse's Assistant. 10 years now, you'll be doing the nursing work.
Hopefully, I plan on going in, like I said, to ECU and getting into the nursing program. And then once I get out of college, those first 4 years, probably go in and get some more degrees and everything. I've been thinking about, I'm not really fully sure, but I know I want to do travel, be a travel nurse, travel either the country, maybe outside the country, just depends, but mostly inside the country, just travel a little bit for the next, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years.
Do they have a company you would work for? They set up a program for
Well,
you?
it's more of an individual type of thing.
I see.
You'd have to, you sign a contract with the individual hospital, or as like Moses Cone has multiple hospitals,
Okay.
like that. You would sign with that.
So you would work for their hospitals all over the place.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, more of a like in each state type thing. They have different things. But say if I was like from out of state and wanted to work here, I'd sign a contract with Moses Cone, and from there I would, just depending on my.
So you can't go state to state.
Oh
too.
yeah, you can definitely. I know people. I have some family friends and some people that my teachers brought into the class. They've been to all sorts of places, like some small towns in Texas and Boston was one. Definitely, there was some out in LA, California. So you get to travel.
It's a good way to see the country, also get your job going, get paid at the same time, make some money. How about the current? Let's go to fast track trivia with Evan Gill. Number 5, Page Pirates. We had number 1, Alex Angus. Number 40, Cam Gavin. Got number 5 with us right now, Evan. The President of the United States. Who is he?
Donald Trump.
Let's go previous president before Mr. Trump.
Barack Obama.
How about the current vice president?
Mike Pence.
Absolutely. How about the governor of North Carolina?
Ooh, let's think. Ted, no. Is it Ted Bud?
He just got elected for, I think, for Congress.
That's it. That's right. Governor. Mark, no, he's representative.
Mark Walker, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, man.
You're close.
I'm
he's
right
on
on
a driver's license. He has a new driver's license. Probably on there.
I don't know. Who is it?
The former Attorney General, Roy Cooper.
That's it.
How about the mayor of Greensboro, female?
Oh, man.
And Alex got this one. Alex was tearing these up. I don't know where Alex got this stuff. Alex was going crazy.
Yeah. Oh, man. I know. It's on the tip of my tongue, and if you tell me, I'm gonna feel really dumb.
You ever see the baseball movie Major League?
Oh no. Wait,
you didn't see Major League? Had a pitcher named Ricky in there. Last name was Vaughn. Nancy Vaughn.
Nancy Vaughn, that's it. God.
How about our sheriff? He's still a sheriff until he gets out of office.
Is it Art? No, B.J. Barnes.
Absolutely.
I knew that one. I just talked about that one.
New sheriff will be Danny Rogers.
Right.
Coming up. The principal at Page High School, brand new principal this year. I think it's last year. Yeah. Just came from Northwest Middle School. Yes.
Eric Negley.
You got it, Mr. Negley. He was in that sumo wrestling contest at halftime.
I didn't get to see it, but I did see some videos from friends, and I don't know. I think we won.
Pretty tough, Negley. He's all business.
Yeah.
I bet that video was watched by a lot of people because I saw the video. I don't see them all, but I see a few videos.
Yeah.
That video got seen by and viewed by a lot of people. What are the 3 current athletic directors at Page? Rusty Lee stepped down. 3 people replaced Rusty.
Yep. I know Miss Jones.
Absolutely.
She did. What's his name? Oh man.
You're going to need his name again in a couple of minutes here.
I know. I know Ivy did.
Mr. Ivy.
Mr. Ivy did, and then Mr. Harder.
There you go. You got all 3. Not bad, not bad. And so, boys basketball coach?
Mr. Harder.
You got it. Girls basketball coach?
Oh, he's new.
A couple of years ago, yeah. Took over for Coach Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he was the assistant, and or close to it. I can't think of his name. I can't tell you.
Ed Johnson.
Ed Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, yeah. Paris Key, remember her? Remember Paris?
Oh, I do. I remember going to those games.
She was good. She's in North Carolina, doing well there. The baseball coach.
Right now?
Yes.
That is Mr. Hardin.
You got it. His son played there for football.
Will?
Will.
Yeah, I played with him.
He's an Appalachian, I think, now.
He is. He's doing offensive line there.
Will Jones, Western Carolina. Page got the kids out there. What about the name of your football stadium?
Oh, Kirby.
You got it. Marion Kirby Stadium. Absolutely. Offensive leader for the Carolina Panthers. Who's their offensive leader for the Panthers?
Cam Newton.
You got it. Defensive leader.
Ooh, that's tough.
Number 59.
Oh, Luke Kuechly.
Okay, you got that right quick. Not bad. You know the starting point guard for the Charlotte Hornets?
Kemba Walker.
You got it. Backed up by Tony Parker.
Right.
24-year veteran, doing quite well.
Yeah.
They got beat by Cleveland. Embarrassing loss. How about when the Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup? What sport were they playing?
Oh, that's hockey.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ask me about players.
Who they played, yeah. You weren't that good there because we had the Hurricanes name earlier. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's do this right quick. Number 1 on the page. Who's the number 1 jersey wearer? Who wears
that's
what?
Alex.
I got all these right earlier today. These are the ones I got. Let's see if you get just to close out.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want first and last name or just
That'll be
first name?
fine. What is good for you? Who wears number 3?
Number 3, that is Cody King.
Number 4.
Antonio Herbin.
I got all these. You doing well? Number 5.
That's me.
I've had him down, yeah. Number 6.
Ooh, 6. Is that
Wide receiver?
Naeem Bradshaw, my
Absolutely, yep. Number 7.
bad. Steven Scott.
Absolutely. Number 8.
Nope, that Ford Moser.
Absolutely. Number 9.
That is. Ooh, don't tell me. I don't know why I'm forgetting right now. Branson Adams.
You got it. No bad. Not bad. Number 10.
Matt.
You
That's
got
Matt.
it. Matt Camille, the kicker. Number 12.
Number 12, that's
We
Javondre.
all know him. Javondre Page. Number 15.
15. Ooh. Oh, Josh. Is it Josh? No.
Sophomore wide receiver.
Oh. What
Had
am
a
I
touchdown
thinking? I
catch,
know who it
41
is. I know
yards.
who, Isaac Walker.
You got it.
I was
There you
thinking,
go,
that's,
there you
he's
go.
30. That's right.
Number 16, the backup QB.
Oh, Cortez Wilson.
You got it. How about number? I had him as 25. I was wrong. I missed this one, but I found it later. Number 35 on the defensive line.
Defensive. 35. Is that DeMarcus?
Yep, that's him. I had him down as 25. He is 35. Number 26,
26. That's Sincere.
Senior Sincere Davis. Number 40.
Can't have
We had it tonight.
Can't forget that one.
How about number 48?
48.
I couldn't get his I got his first name. I couldn't get his last name. That young running back came in late in the game last week.
Oh,
tearing it up. Jalil. Last name Melton. There we go.
Melton? That's right.
I couldn't get the last name. How about a couple more? We'll close it.
That's fine.
Kobe Phillips. Excuse me, I blew it. Number
It's
50.
50. That's easy.
How about number 86?
86.
Came in last week in a spot and got the job done.
Ooh, 86.
Had to come on board for a kid who was
Oh.
sick last week. Took over, started the game for your team.
Oh, was he? Is that Joseph?
Yes, Weathersby. There you go.
I thought he was 88. That's why.
Next,
was that next?
Who is 88? Yes.
Oh man. See, I thought he was 88.
Had a pass for 20 yards, took the ball to the 1 yard line last week. Big catch on the left side, downfield.
Oh, Lawson.
There you go.
That's right.
One more number for you.
All right, good.
I think I knew 18 or 19 out of 20. That's not too bad. Who was number 1 half?
What do you mean? What was the
He
question?
wears a half on his jersey. Small guy, real little guy. Wears a half.
Half on his jersey.
Yeah, his number's not 1, not 2, not I made this one up, but he does exist.
Oh.
I just gave this kid a number. He wears the half. Little guy, works out before the game, throwing the football on the sidelines.
Oh, is that Braxton?
You got it.
Oh, you got me so
Braxton
confused.
Office, yeah. I had to do something for that kid. Evan, great job. Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
CNA, Certified Nurse's Assistant.
Yep. Yes, sir. I plan on being there.
CNA, ECU. Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
See you baseball season 2.
Thank you.
That's our guys tonight. We got Dennis White next. Kickback Jack's had a good